Hello everyone, Gustav the 13th here with another update. This is a new development letter for late January from Ota. Some quick Happy New Year's wishes here. But we got some neat developments. A new Hyaku Shiki MSV is planned to be dropped this week on the usual time. Looks like it's just going to be a general. Base cost is 600. And we can check out the video real quick, but I'll be honest, this actually isn't the biggest thing about this, but first things first. So yeah, pretty standard, as you can see. Another general, 600 ground space. You can use the bazooka or the rifle. It looks like it's we didn't see it too much in there, but it does have a launcher on its arm and forearm that apparently has explosive and incendiary rounds on top of what looks to be beam Vulcans out of the top of its head. So this is, of course, what I guess you would consider, and I don't know if this is supposed to be like what the final designation is going to be, because it just says Hyaku Shiki here. It might actually be like the Kai. It's got the big old alien head going on, so I'm assuming that's what it's supposed to be. Just sans the full armor. But the bigger thing here, as you can see, we got a new land map. Fucking finally! Another land map. And this is underground base, to my understanding, and I don't know if someone who's played it before can confirm, but I feel like I've heard people talk about this being something akin to an underground map that was actually in the original battle operation. Some of the details here are a little weird, because we're looking at, even though it's an underground map, it provides a massive space about the same size as Arctic base on GBO2. If there's one thing that I do not coincide Arctic base with, it's being massive. At the same time, I guess if you consider the side caves and stuff like that, then maybe it does have more space than I'm giving it credit for. But this is the overall overlay here. Looking pretty nice in the renders. Two bases on either side, a pretty strong midpoint here in 4 different points that you can actually grab up. Definitely gonna have the usual NASCAR meta. The neat thing about this, of course, being that there is also waterways between all this. So the center map, which is the main battlefield, is in the shape of a plateau, and the center is a tower that serves as a symbol of the underground base. There are facilities related to the base around it, with an intricate terrain that's easy to cut to a firing line. Assault and general purpose units are good at close combat, should use this to get close to the enemy. It looks pretty nice. Sometimes I kind of wonder with some of these screens, by the way. Just looking at like some of the fidelity. I wish I could like show you guys. But these are pretty small, so maybe that's why it looks so good. It's like, even on PS5, sometimes this looks like they got it on some different kind of hardware. If we go back down here, we're talking about the underground waterway that flows within the map. So yeah, it looks like there's some waterways, riverways, which of course means you got some more Wawa shenanigans in the future. There's a flowing underground waterway in this map, which allows players to hide temporarily, planning deeper strategies, especially amphibious units that can benefit greatly from this, so be sure to take advantage of it. In addition, the waterway leads to the base, so you can use it to advance from the waterway after that battle has started to raid the base in case of emergency, which I'm sure plenty of water suits are going to try to do, especially stealth raids and whatnot. To no avail, who knows, but you'll definitely be seeing people do it. I'm definitely curious to see how this looks, because this picture right here in particular actually is something that we haven't had for suits in a hot minute. And it's the fact that we had these really big, besides that, there is a scaffolding that can also be ridden by mobile suits. It's a slightly elevated location away from the center, and it's an effective position for where it's difficult to be counterattacked due to the elevated position where you can launch a one-sided attack. However, this foothold can be destroyed, by a certain amount of damage, so don't be overconfident. So this kind of harkens back to port base and things like that, where you used to be able to get on those giant shuttles or HLVs, and you would be able to just nail people as a support and get very little in response unless they had like a double jump or some other way to reach you. Of course, after a certain point, they updated that and got rid of it. But now they brought it back, but in the form of something that's destructible. As you can see here, it all crumbles down in this bit. So that's really cool. They're still trying to do some dynamic pieces here. I can definitely appreciate that. Hopefully it's not a platform that can be like immediately destroyed the second someone sees you on it, because let's be honest, if that's the case, much like what is it, military port, people are gonna just immediately blast all that shit down and it's not gonna be relevant. But you know, A for effort. I can dig that. Last but not least, the update described so far is scheduled to take place Thursday, January 27th, 2022 at 2 p.m. JST. So usual time, yada yada. It's gonna be this week, so look forward to that. Last year with Moon Gundam's appearance, Code Fairy, and AOZ added, we believe that we would polish the unit variation. Okay. For now on, we would like to spread the world of Gundam by adding new units and make GBO2 even more enjoyable than it is. Besides, in arriving to the end of the report, second online interchange match is scheduled for the 5th of February. So I think, I'm trying to remember what that is. Commentary will be done by Chihiro Yoshizaki, just like the previous event. Last of all, attenders will be chosen within a deadline, but anyone can participate and watch the event. So I think this is when they first showed off the spectator mode, and they had commentary and stuff like that. So it kind of makes me wonder. Of course, most of the people who are going to be attending are probably going to be JP streamers or personalities or whatever, but it'll be interesting to check that out. It was pretty fun. I kind of wish we had something like that on the Western end. Maybe if it was just done through another rep or whatever, but you know, that stuff's kind of just up to the community, to be honest. So overall, pretty neat. I gotta say, the Shiki Kai, or whatever they're gonna end up calling this, MP Shiki, yada yada, the general version, pretty neat, kind of flexible. I forget if it actually says what priority it has. I would assume it probably has 2. It would be amazing if it had 3. It's definitely it's a land in space. Also, the fact that it says cost 600 makes me wonder if this is going to be another one of those. And this is something I want to talk about a little bit. The fact of even having these one-off suits that only have 1 level is very possible that with a lot of these other variants that might be the case for this as well. We'll just have to see when it drops later on this week. Kind of a so-so suit. I'm sure most people who are already like balls deep in the meta will find some use for it if they don't want to do the usual suits anyway. But you know, just another thing to spin for. A lot of the MSV suits are gonna be in this vein, like it or not. That's just gonna be how it is. But definitely the big news here is the new map, underground base. Look forward to that, and hopefully performance-wise, and I guess final note, hopefully performance-wise for this map, PS4 will not suffer too much, especially since there is dynamic stuff and there is water. We'll just have to see as people stream it and check it out over the course of this week. So, until then, this is Gustav signing off. I'll talk to you guys in the next update.